Hello, everyone. Today I'd like to talk about Gloria Gaynor. If you know her music, or at least know the name Gloria Gaynor, you probably would know her from the song I Will Survive, like myself. And as a kid growing up, that was the song. It was pretty much played on a radio station in my hometown that played at one period of time just 70s music, and then Friday evenings it would be like pure disco from 7 to midnight or something like that. And you couldn't get away from her. You would definitely hear I Will Survive. You would think, there's so many disco songs you can play for at least 4 or 5 hours, but for some reason, I swear that I Will Survive will be played maybe a couple times for that one night or something like that. Now, sometimes I would hear Never Can Say Goodbye, her Jackson 5 cover, but really it's I Will Survive. And from there on out, I didn't know any other songs, but I was assuming she was pretty popular as a singer, not knowing much about her, mainly because I Will Survive is such a huge hit. And it wasn't until when I was starting to get CDs, getting to CDs and buying various kinds, I would get a lot of Gloria Gaynor songs on compilations like this, like Ultimate Disco, Pure Disco, things like that. All those like either disco type of compilations or 70s samplers. Most likely, if you do get a Gloria Gaynor song, it would be I Will Survive. Now, this one actually has both, I Will Survive and Never Can Say Goodbye. So going back to Gloria Gaynor, I actually got this album, I like to say early 2000s, and it was one of those albums where once, I really wanted to get into her music, had I Will Survive as the very first song, and then other songs that, they look like covers, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be pretty good. And I played this CD. I remember getting it and playing it, and I'm like, is this only what Gloria Gaynor can do? Again, I Will Survive, and every other song on here is just a cover. Never Can Say Goodbye is also on this one. And one thing this CD is kind of unique. It's basically her definitely redoing her music, or at least it should have been done either in the 80s or 90s. They're not the original recordings. It's the original, I'm pretty sure it's Gloria Gaynor, but it's not her 70s stuff or anything like that. I Will Survive, definitely not for sure. You could tell her voice. Never Can Say Goodbye. But what's interesting, I usually hate like remakes, like basically redone music. But what made this one kind of interesting is that even though she re-sang her music, it's not like she was re-singing on the same, like, exact same melody, same sound or anything like that. Like I Will Survive on here, the song itself is it has like a 90s, maybe late 80s, like house style sound to it, vibe to it. It's a little bit different than your typical I Will Survive remix from the 70s, or my favorite, the extended version of I Will Survive. It definitely, you could tell she re-sang it, but over a more modern, at that time, song. So that's what made this kind of album interesting. I didn't really hate it. I didn't like it per se, but I didn't hate it either. But anyway, so years later, I'm just trying to figure out, besides I Will Survive and maybe Never Can Say Goodbye, what other songs did she have? Especially any original songs, because, getting into music more and more, going through college and so forth, for some reason, Gloria Gaynor, to me, didn't have anything besides I Will Survive as an original song, or at least a hit song. And what made me wonder really hard with Gloria Gaynor was she was really popular back then in the 70s, for sure, in that disco era. Most people compare her to like Donna Summer. Now, that's a very high mark, because Donna Summer is definitely the queen, right, of disco. But Gloria Gaynor and Donna Summer, like, neck and neck or something, at least from a popularity or recommendation standpoint. And I just didn't get it. I don't know why. I mean, besides I Will Survive, which is a fantastic song, there's nothing that I can tell like that would compete or come close to like a Donna Summer. Now, her voice is pretty good. I like her voice. I think she is kind of in between a Donna Summer and maybe a Patti LaBelle in between there. I think she has a higher vocal range, or at least she uses it in her music compared to like Donna Summer. But anyway, besides her voice, I can't think of anything that would compare her to be even close to a Donna Summer. And here's the thing. Donna Summer, she had hit after hit after hit after hit. You can just name it. Boom, 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 boom. And not only that, her like 12-inch singles from those hits made them even better. I mean, it's just Donna Summer, no doubt about it, the queen. She's the queen for a reason, okay? Gloria Gaynor, listening to this album, and I know this doesn't really count, but then I started listening to her like 70s stuff with Never Can Say Goodbye. I think that was her first album, all the way through her peak years, which I think is through the 70s, up to, let's say, I Will Survive. And besides those two songs, maybe Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, and that's still another cover. I didn't see anything from her, like from musically, like anything good, or at least, you know, listenable in a sense, popular hits or stuff like that. Besides the two songs I keep mentioning from the beginning, that's pretty much all she had. Now, maybe some of her songs that I don't know of that are original to her were actually hits from maybe in a very, like a disco style, like, category or something like that. Maybe it occurred. It might not have been like a top pop hit or anything, but it might have been a top disco hit. I don't know. But still, I would have at least heard of it or know about it. And I've listened to majority of her 70s stuff, and I don't know where the comparison to Donna Summer came about. So it's complicated. Now, I'm not here to diss Gloria Gaynor at all, but I'm still trying to figure out the popularity besides that one song, I Will Survive. Now, nothing wrong with an artist having like a true one-hit wonder, like a big hit like I Will Survive that is really stands the test of time, the song itself. And, you know, some like a minor hit of a Jackson 5 cover. Outside of that, she doesn't have anything. And that's why when I look back and really think about her music, her like output, it's complicated. I just don't, to me, she's purely a one and a half hit wonder, okay? And that song is fantastic, no doubt about it. But other than that, she shouldn't be even in the same sentence with Donna Summer at all. Again, not a diss or anything like that, but just from a pure output perspective, not even close. I mean, just not even close. So I don't understand why she's considered one of the most popular, the best, like toe-to-toe, supposedly, with Donna Summer during that disco era. I just don't see it. Again, but I haven't lived in that area. This is way before my time, but I just don't understand how people would consider her in that, like, echelon with only really one true song and maybe like Never Can Say Goodbye, a cover here or there, and that's it. To me, she's kind of like Von Elliman, like, If I Can't Have You, like with her Bee Gees cover. To me, it's just really a kind of like a one-hit wonder, and that's pretty much it. Again, nothing wrong with that. if I was an artist, and I think I mentioned this in another video, if I was pursuing a career in music, and if I could have one hit like I Will Survive, I would kill for it. I mean, I know a lot of people wouldn't. They prefer to have multiple hits, multiple albums with multiple hits, have a longer career or more fruitful career. But, for myself, I would always say if I can have a song like I Will Survive, good enough for me, right? But anyway, this is Gloria Gaynor. Not a diss or anything. I do like her singing, her style, and like a couple of tracks here and there, but a Donna Summer competitor, not even close. And I don't get it. I don't know why it's that complicated. It's just not even close. But anyway, tell me what you think about Gloria Gaynor. If you kind of lived through that era and maybe I missed songs here and there that were super popular at that time, then maybe I can see kind of getting there near Donna Summer, but no, not to me, no, not even close. All right, thank you. Bye.